If you're here watching this, chances are you're in a situation that is just incredibly painful and confusing. It feels like your relationship with your child is under attack, like you're losing them right before your eyes. This explainer, well, think of it as a clear, actionable playbook. It's a survival guide to help you get through this crisis with real strength and a solid strategy. So let's get right into it. And that's really the question, isn't it? It's the one that keeps you up at night. This isn't about winning some fight or proving you're right. It's about something much more important, rebuilding a bridge to your child, even when the circumstances feel impossible. And the good news? There is a structured way to approach this. So, here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 5 totally manageable steps. First, we'll get clear on what's actually happening. Then we'll cover your immediate crisis response, what to do right now. After that, we'll build a long-term strategy with something called the credibility formula, learn how to reconnect safely, and finally, and this is so important, we'll focus on how you can survive this whole ordeal. Trust me, there is a path forward. All right, let's dive into section 1, naming what's happening. Now, you might be tempted to use big labels like parental alienation, but here's a crucial tip. Your credibility with courts, therapists, you name it, will be so much stronger if you focus on specific, observable behaviors instead of just the label. And look at these signs. These are things you can actually see and write down. We're talking about a sudden flip from a warm, loving kid to one who's cold and distant. You start hearing these adult phrases coming out of their mouth. Or you can prove that calls are being blocked, or that you're being cut out of school emails. See, these aren't just feelings, they are hard facts. This is exactly what you need to start documenting. This quote right here, this is a huge mindset shift that you have to make. It really gets to the heart of it all. It's absolutely critical to stop thinking about this as a battle you have to win. The real goal, your only goal, is to lower the temperature, reduce the pressure, and create a safe space where your child feels like they can find their way back to you. Okay, section 2. Think of this as your emotional first aid kit, especially for those first 72 hours. The moment you realize what's happening, your gut reaction, all that panic and anger, can actually pour gasoline on the fire. We need to stop the bleeding, and we're going to do it with calm, deliberate action. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got all the things we instinctively want to do, right? Send those long emotional texts, make threats, flood their phone with calls. But all of that backfires. On the right, that's your new job. You're going to document like a scientist, communicate like a business professional, and focus on neutral solutions. This is how you start to take back control of the situation. And here's the system to make it happen. It sounds simple, but wow, is it powerful. Just 3 folders. The first one is for tracking every single missed visit, every blocked phone call. The second is for jotting down neutral, objective observations about your child's well-being. And the third, that's your exhibits folder. This is where you put all the proof, screenshots, call logs, emails. This whole system becomes your single source of truth. All right, let's talk long-term strategy. This is section 3, the credibility formula. We're shifting gears from immediate damage control to playing the long game. From this moment on, every single thing you do, every email you send, should be viewed through what the source calls the court lens. It's an approach that's all about protecting your credibility no matter what. This 5-step formula is going to be your new best friend. Seriously. Anytime you need to communicate with a professional, this is how you do it. 1, you state your claims simply. 2, you back it up with a specific fact from your logs. 3, you point to the hard proof in your exhibits folder. 4, and this is so important, you explain how it impacts the child. And 5, you propose a reasonable, concrete solution. It's an approach that's pretty much impossible to ignore. So now that we've got our strategy down, how do we actually reach out? That's what section 4 is all about, the delicate art of rebuilding that connection. You see, a child in this situation is often trapped. Loving you feels like they're betraying the other parent. So your job is to make it feel safe and low risk for them to connect with you again. This is a perfect example of what's called a micro-message. It's short, it's warm, and here's the magic part, it removes all the pressure. No need to reply. That little phrase changes everything. It's not a demand for their attention, it's just a quiet, consistent whisper of love that can cut through all the noise. It just says, hey, I'm still here, and I'm safe. Okay, but what if your child says something awful back, maybe repeating things they've heard? This is so important. You don't argue with them. You don't take the bait. You use this script. It validates their feeling, I hear you're upset, but it doesn't validate the false accusation. It sets a firm boundary, I'm not going to argue, and it ends with love and reassurance. This is how you shut down the conflict and protect what's left of the relationship. And finally, we've got section 5. And this one is all about you. Because let's be real for a second. What you're going through is deeply traumatic, and you absolutely cannot pour from an empty cup. To get through this, you need a daily practice to keep you grounded and sane. Just remember this one number, 3. That's it. There are just 3 simple things you need to do every single day to anchor yourself and keep your head above water. And here they are. Number 1, do something for your body. Take a walk, do some deep breathing, anything to get you out of your head. 2, spend 15 minutes on your documentation. And then, and this is key, close the folder. Don't let it take over your whole day. And 3, connect with one person who gets it and supports you. A friend, a therapist, a support group. Just do it every day. Body, proof, connection. This final quote really brings it all together. This is the philosophy that should guide every single move you make. Think of it as your new mantra. It's the message you send to judges, to therapists, and eventually to your child. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about peace, stability, and love for your child. So as we wrap up this playbook, I want to leave you with this one question. Forget about fixing everything all at once, because you can't. Just think, what is the one calm, consistent step from this guide that you can take today? Maybe it's just setting up those 3 folders on your computer. Maybe it's sending that first tiny micro message. Just start with one thing. You have the tools now. You can do this.